Have you ever found yourself getting so angry or upset over something small and then regretting it later? That feeling of losing control, like your emotions are driving the bus and you're just along for the ride. You're not alone. In today's fast-paced, high-stress world, it's all too easy to let frustration, anger, and disappointment take the wheel. We react impulsively, letting our emotions dictate our actions, and before we know it, we've said things we didn't mean or made choices we regret. But what if I told you there's a way to break free from this cycle? What if you could learn to stay calm, centered, and in control, no matter what life throws at you? Stoicism offers us a simple yet powerful practice that helps us regain control over our emotions and reactions. Today, I'm going to teach you a Stoic practice that will help you never get angry or upset again. It's time to take control of your emotions and stop letting them control you. Let's dive in. 1. The power of control. Understanding what you can and can't control. The first key to mastering your emotions is understanding what you can control and what you can't. Most of us tend to think that we can control everything around us, people, situations, outcomes. But the truth is, the only thing you can truly control is how you respond. Epictetus, a great Stoic philosopher, said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." This simple yet profound statement is where real emotional freedom begins. You can't control the world, but you can control your mindset, your thoughts, and your reactions. That is where your true power lies. And when you realize this, you take back control of your emotions, which is the first step toward emotional mastery. Let's pause and think for a moment. Think back to a time when you felt your anger or frustration rise. Perhaps it was during a traffic jam, or maybe when someone said something rude to you. In that moment, did you feel like you had no control? That the situation overwhelming? You might have thought that the event or the person was the cause of your distress. But here's the truth. It wasn't the situation itself. It was your reaction to it. Often, we confuse the events happening around us with our emotional responses to them. We forget that while we can't control other people, circumstances, or the weather, we can always control our thoughts and reactions. You have the power to decide how to respond to any situation. That's where your emotional strength lies. Stoic philosophy teaches us to focus on what we can control: our thoughts, our actions, and our reactions. External events are beyond us, and trying to control them is a recipe for frustration and emotional turmoil. Instead, Stoicism teaches us to control the one thing that is always within our grasp: our own responses. When you shift your focus from external events to your own internal responses, you will find that your emotions no longer dictate how you feel or act. You become the master of your emotions, not the other way around. Think of a situation where you reacted emotionally. Maybe it was something trivial, like a comment someone made, or something bigger, like an unexpected delay or setback. In that moment, your emotions took control. But what if you could pause and ask yourself, is this in my control? When you do this, you take back your power. You realize that while the event itself may be outside of your control, how you respond to it is entirely up to you. It's like having a remote control for your emotions. When you're faced with a trigger, be it anger, frustration, sadness, or anxiety, you have the power to hit the pause button. Take a deep breath and choose how you want to respond. You don't have to let your emotions control you. Next time you feel triggered, ask yourself, is this in my control? If the answer is no, then let it go. Stop trying to control things that are out of your hands. Focus on what you can control: your thoughts, your reactions, and your actions. This simple practice is the first step in mastering your emotions. By focusing on what is within your control, you regain your emotional strength. You stop letting external events dictate your feelings and instead you create a solid inner foundation that helps you remain calm in any situation. This is the power of Stoicism, and it's the key to emotional freedom. 2. Embracing discomfort. Training your mind to face challenges. One of the most powerful lessons in Stoicism is the idea of embracing discomfort. While most people spend their lives avoiding pain and seeking comfort, Stoics teach us that it's through discomfort that we build emotional strength. Instead of running from challenges, we are encouraged to lean into them, knowing they are opportunities to grow. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." This powerful statement means that every obstacle we encounter can become a stepping stone. Rather than being an obstacle that hinders us, it can become the path that moves us forward. Each difficulty we face trains us, helps us grow stronger, and prepares us for even greater challenges. Think about a time when you faced something that made you uncomfortable. Perhaps it was an important conversation, a difficult task, or stepping out of your usual routine. In that moment, you likely had two choices: avoid the discomfort or embrace it. Stoicism teaches that the path to true emotional resilience is through embracing discomfort, not running from it. When we embrace discomfort, we train our minds and bodies to endure. We learn that hardship is not something to fear, but something that prepares us for a stronger, more stable future. It's like strengthening a muscle. Only through resistance does it grow and become stronger. And it's through discomfort that we develop the mental toughness needed to remain calm, clear, and focused during life's inevitable challenges. Consider something as simple as taking a cold shower. It's uncomfortable, yes, but each time you push through that discomfort, you're training yourself to endure. You're teaching yourself that discomfort doesn't break you, it makes you stronger. The more you embrace discomfort in small ways, the better prepared you'll be to face larger, more serious challenges with a calm and collected mind. This Stoic practice isn't about seeking discomfort for the sake of discomfort. It's about voluntarily putting yourself in situations that will stretch you and test you. By doing so, you develop the ability to face any challenge with resilience, patience, and emotional control. The next time you're faced with something difficult, don't avoid it. Lean into it. Whether it's a tough conversation you've been putting off or a challenging goal you've been too scared to pursue, embrace it. Choose discomfort, knowing that through it, you will grow. Each challenge is an opportunity to become more resilient, and each moment of discomfort is a chance to strengthen your emotional control. Remember, Stoicism teaches us that we are not defined by the obstacles we face, but by how we respond to them. So, embrace discomfort, knowing that it's not the challenge itself that will shape you, but the way you rise to meet it. 3. Emotional detachment, creating space between stimulus and response. One of the most powerful Stoic tools for mastering emotions is emotional detachment. In our fast-paced world, we often find ourselves overwhelmed by our feelings in reaction to external events. But Stoicism teaches us to create space between stimulus and response, allowing us to respond thoughtfully, not react impulsively. Epictetus, another influential Stoic philosopher, said, "We are disturbed not by what happens to us, but by our thoughts about what happens to us." This insight shows us that it's not the event itself that causes distress, but how we interpret and respond to it. By practicing detachment, we can control our emotional reactions, not let them control us. Think about a time when you felt triggered. Maybe someone said something hurtful or something didn't go the way you planned. In that moment, it can feel like an automatic emotional reaction takes over. But what if, instead of reacting immediately, you paused and observed your thoughts? What if you created a moment of space before responding? This is the practice of emotional detachment. It's not about ignoring or suppressing emotions, but about stepping back from the initial reaction and observing it. This space allows us to gain perspective, preventing us from making decisions based purely on raw emotion. When we practice detachment, we can choose to respond from a place of reason, wisdom, and inner calm. A simple way to practice emotional detachment is to pause before reacting. The next time something triggers an emotional response, take a deep breath, count to 3 and ask yourself, is this in my control? By creating this small pause, you prevent yourself from being carried away by impulsive emotions. This doesn't mean that you stop feeling emotions, but rather that you stop letting those emotions dictate your actions. The more you practice detachment, the easier it becomes to remain calm in the face of external chaos. Stoics believe that our true power lies in our ability to choose how we respond, not in our ability to control everything around us. Emotional detachment also means understanding that not everyone's actions are personal. If someone is rude to you, that rudeness is about them, not you. By practicing detachment, you can stop internalizing other people's behavior and maintain your peace. So, the next time you feel triggered, remember that you have the power to pause and choose your response. Take a step back, breathe, and observe. The more you practice this, the more control you'll have over your emotions and the more calm and clarity you'll have in all situations. 4. Daily reflection, strengthening your emotional resilience. One of the most powerful tools for building emotional resilience is the practice of daily reflection. Stoics believed in taking time each day to review our actions, reactions, and the way we handle challenges. Through reflection, we can assess where we fell short, acknowledge our progress, and refine our approach for the future. Seneca, a Stoic philosopher, wrote, "No man is free who is not master of himself." The only way to master yourself is to reflect daily on how well you're living in accordance with your values, how well you're managing your emotions, and whether you're reacting mindfully or impulsively. Think about your day. Did you react calmly when faced with a challenge, or did you let your emotions take over? Did you stay grounded when things didn't go according to plan, or did frustration win? Daily reflection helps you develop an awareness of these moments, and with that awareness, you can make intentional improvements. The Stoic practice of self-reflection isn't about self-criticism. It's about growth. At the end of each day, take a moment to reflect. Ask yourself these questions. How did I respond to the challenges I faced today? Was there a moment when I let my emotions get the better of me? What could I have done differently to remain calm and composed? This simple practice doesn't need to take much time. Just a few minutes of quiet reflection can make a huge difference in your emotional resilience. By reviewing your reactions and actions, you create a space to learn and grow. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to commit to getting better each day. Reflection also helps you recognize patterns. If you notice you're often angry in the same situations, you can work on changing your response next time. If you find you're reacting impulsively, you can remind yourself to pause and apply the Stoic tools you've learned. Incorporating daily reflection into your routine will gradually strengthen your ability to stay calm and composed. You'll become more self-aware, and over time, you'll find that your emotional reactions are less impulsive and more aligned with your values. So, tonight, before you go to bed, take a few minutes to reflect on your day. Write down one instance where you managed your emotions well, and one moment where you could have done better. The goal isn't perfection, it's progress. And every day is a chance to grow stronger emotionally. 5. Gratitude. Shift your focus from anger to appreciation. Gratitude is one of the most powerful antidotes to anger and frustration. In the face of hardship, we often focus on what we don't have or what has gone wrong, which leads us to feelings of anger, bitterness, or resentment. Stoicism, however, teaches us that by shifting our focus to what we are grateful for, we can change our emotional state and find peace, no matter the circumstances. Marcus Aurelius said, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." When we allow ourselves to focus on the negative, we invite more negativity into our lives. But when we choose to focus on the good, no matter how small, we begin to see the world through a different lens, one that's filled with appreciation instead of anger. Think about the last time you felt angry or upset. What was the cause? Was it something outside of your control, like the weather or the actions of others? Instead of letting anger take over, take a moment to shift your focus. Ask yourself, what am I grateful for in this situation? This question alone can be transformative. It forces you to reframe the situation, shifting your mindset from one of frustration to one of gratitude. Gratitude doesn't mean ignoring the difficulties of life. It's not about pretending that everything is perfect, but it's about acknowledging that despite the struggles, there is always something to be thankful for. It could be something as simple as the ability to learn from the situation, the support of a friend or family member, or the chance to grow stronger through adversity. Gratitude is a lens that helps you see the good in even the most challenging moments. Think about the Stoics who, in the face of great hardship, still found reasons to be grateful. Marcus Aurelius, despite being emperor and facing constant war, plague, and betrayal, wrote in his Meditations about the importance of gratitude. He reflected on his good health, his ability to learn from challenges, and the opportunity to practice virtue in every circumstance. If he could find gratitude in the midst of the chaos he lived in, so can we. The practice of gratitude helps you reframe the situation. Instead of focusing on what's wrong, you start to see what's right. This shift in perspective can drastically change how you feel in any given moment. When you focus on gratitude, anger has less space to grow. You replace frustration with appreciation, and that's a powerful transformation. This practice enables you to rise above negativity and cultivate a mindset that thrives on appreciation. Start by keeping a gratitude journal. Each day, write down 3 things you're grateful for. It could be the smallest things: your morning coffee, a smile from a stranger, or a moment of peace. Over time, you'll begin to see how much you have to be thankful for, and you'll notice a significant shift in how you react to life's challenges. Gratitude is a constant reminder that even in hardship, there is beauty to be found. Remember, gratitude is not just a feeling, it's a choice. It's choosing to focus on the positive and finding the silver lining in every situation. The more you practice gratitude, the less power anger and frustration will have over you. It's a simple yet powerful Stoic practice that can transform your emotional state and lead you to a more peaceful, balanced life. By consciously shifting your focus from what you lack to what you have, you start to unlock an entirely new way of experiencing life. Gratitude allows you to see the abundance in your life, even when external circumstances might seem difficult. And in doing so, you create a deeper sense of inner peace, one that no external event or person can take away from you. 6. Forgiveness. Letting go of resentment. Forgiveness is one of the most powerful tools for emotional freedom. Stoicism teaches us that holding on to anger, resentment, or grudges doesn't hurt the person we're angry with. It hurts us. When we choose to forgive, we free ourselves from the emotional weight that resentment carries, and we make room for inner peace. Seneca, a great Stoic philosopher, said, "Forgiveness is the best way to free yourself from the chains of resentment." Holding on to anger or hurt only keeps us tied to the past. It prevents us from moving forward and from experiencing the peace we deserve. When we forgive, we release ourselves from the grip of negativity, which ultimately allows us to live more fully in the present. Think about a time when you held on to anger. Maybe someone betrayed your trust or hurt you in some way. How did that anger affect you? It probably consumed your thoughts, drained your energy, and influenced your actions. The more you held on to it, the more it took away from your happiness. Resentment is like carrying a heavy burden on your shoulders, one that gets heavier the longer you hold it. Forgiveness isn't about excusing the wrongs that were done to us. It's not about letting people off the hook or pretending that what happened didn't matter. Forgiveness is about choosing peace over pain, freedom over burden. It's about taking back your power and no longer allowing another person's actions to control your emotional state. This doesn't mean you forget what happened, but it does mean that you stop letting it affect your peace. When you forgive, you let go of the emotional weight that keeps you stuck in the past. It's like untying a knot that's been holding you back, freeing you to move forward. In Stoicism, we're taught to see things clearly and objectively without attaching unnecessary emotions to them. When we forgive, we see the situation for what it truly was, a moment that hurt us, but a moment that doesn't need to define us. By letting go of resentment, we regain control of our emotional state and can move forward with a lighter heart. Forgiveness also frees us from the need for revenge. When we hold on to anger, we might feel justified in seeking payback, but revenge only perpetuates the cycle of negativity. Forgiveness breaks that cycle. It allows us to rise above the situation and move forward with dignity and strength. The act of forgiveness is liberating. It removes the emotional power that the other person's actions have over you. Every time you choose to forgive, you regain a part of yourself that was lost in the anger and resentment. It's like stepping out of a prison you've locked yourself in, realizing that the key was always in your hand. By letting go of bitterness, you open the door to freedom. Freedom from the past, from hurt, and from emotional turmoil. In the face of difficult situations, Stoics remind us that we are not the victims of life's circumstances. We are the masters of our responses. And when we forgive, we reclaim that power. We take back control of how we feel and how we move through the world. Think of the burden you've been carrying. What's holding you back emotionally? Who or what are you holding on to, allowing it to define your peace and happiness? Let it go. Practice forgiveness, not for the other person, but for yourself. Release the grip of resentment and free yourself from the emotional prison that anger has created. The next time you feel resentment or anger rising within you, ask yourself, is holding on to this anger helping me? Is it making me stronger? The answer is usually no. It's time to let go. Forgiveness isn't a gift to the other person. It's a gift to yourself. It's a gift of emotional freedom and inner peace. Remember, forgiveness doesn't mean that you condone what was done to you. It simply means that you choose to release the power that the situation has over your emotional state. You choose peace, not because the other person deserves it, but because you do. So, take a moment today to forgive someone, even if you don't feel like it. It could be a small step, like letting go of a minor irritation, or it could be something bigger, like forgiving someone who has hurt you deeply. The more you practice forgiveness, the easier it becomes and the more peace you will find in your heart. By forgiving, you not only heal yourself, but also take a step toward living a life free from the burden of anger. You give yourself the gift of freedom, freedom from the past and the emotional baggage that holds you back. Through forgiveness, you not only find peace, but also rediscover your strength. The more you forgive, the less power anger and resentment will have over you. Every time you let go of bitterness, you're making space for compassion, clarity, and peace. You're choosing to move forward, free from the emotional chains of the past and embracing the calm that comes with releasing what no longer serves you. Throughout this journey, we've explored some of the most powerful Stoic practices for mastering our emotions and finding inner peace. Stoicism offers us timeless wisdom that when applied, can transform our emotional responses and help us face life's challenges with resilience and clarity. First, we learned that understanding what we can and can't control is the foundation of emotional mastery. When we focus on our reactions instead of the uncontrollable external events, we reclaim our power. We stop letting the world dictate our feelings and instead choose to control our responses, leading to emotional freedom. Then we discussed the importance of embracing discomfort. Rather than avoiding challenges, Stoicism teaches us to lean into them. Discomfort is the very tool we use to build strength and resilience. When we face challenges head-on, we train our minds and bodies to stay calm, focused, and strong, even in the most difficult situations. We also explored the practice of emotional detachment, creating space between stimulus and response. By pausing and reflecting before reacting, we can choose how we respond, preventing impulsive reactions and cultivating a thoughtful, measured approach to our emotions. Gratitude was another powerful tool we learned to incorporate into our daily lives. Shifting our focus from what's wrong to what's right helps us replace anger and frustration with appreciation and peace. Gratitude doesn't erase difficulties, but it helps us see the good in every situation, making us more resilient and happier overall. Finally, we dove into the importance of forgiveness. Holding on to anger or resentment only weighs us down. By forgiving, we release ourselves from the emotional burden of the past and regain our peace. Forgiveness doesn't mean excusing wrongdoing, but choosing to free ourselves from the emotional chains that hold us captive. As you move forward, remember that Stoicism is not just about understanding these principles. It's about practicing them daily. Mastery over your emotions takes time and dedication, but every step you take toward applying these Stoic practices will lead you closer to a life of emotional freedom. So, I encourage you to start today. Reflect on your emotions, embrace discomfort, detach from negative impulses, practice gratitude, and let go of resentment. By doing so, you'll find that not only will your emotional responses become more measured and calm, but you'll also discover a deeper sense of peace and inner strength. You are the master of your emotions, and through Stoicism, you can achieve the balance, resilience, and tranquility you've been seeking.